Engaged employees who are frustrated may not be speaking up as readily as managers might think. These are highly committed people, disinclined to make waves for their managers or be seen as malcontents, not with the program or on board with organizational goals and objectives. So many of them will suffer in silence. First to do for managers or leaders is to make sure they overcome the problems of not being aware of or hearing about frustration in the workplace, making sure that they're asking the right questions, that they're listening to the messages that come back from motivated but perhaps frustrated employees, and that they're willing to acknowledge and deal with some of the challenges that motivated employees may face from an enablement perspective. Well, let's start with what they should be listening for, because one of the messages in the book is that frustration, though it has important consequences for individuals and organizations, is an often overlooked problem, a sort of silent killer in organizations. There are some reasons why that's the case. Organizations may not be asking the right questions in employee surveys or other sensing mechanisms to get underneath some of the things that may be tripping up or holding back engaged employees.
One of the interesting things is that we acknowledge, just as every other organization that does both this professionally as consulting firms or whether they're practitioners, the power of engagement. Higher levels of engagement lead to positive organizational outcomes and positive business results. What we found in our research, though, is that when you marry engagement with high levels of enablement, you have almost exponential benefits. For instance, organizations that are in the top quartile of engagement are 2.5 times more likely to, or have sales 2.5 times higher than organizations that are in the lowest quartile. However, if you're in the highest quartile on both engagement and enablement, you have sales growth that's 4.5 times higher than organizations that are in the lowest level or lowest quartile of engagement and enablement.
The opportunity to synthesize a really 7-year research program for us into sort of a consolidated statement of frustration as an important organizational issue and enablement as an important complement to engagement.